Will taking a break help you with discovering your own unique pottery voice? What is up, Shaping Nation? This is Nick Torres here. And for those that don't know me, it is my mission to help potters like yourself to discover your own unique voice with your pottery. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about whether or not you should be taking a break, and if taking a break from pottery or maybe just from what you're making will actually help you discover your own unique pottery voice. I I see this a lot on Instagram, or maybe even people I'm interviewing as well, where they are one of the things that they contribute to their success is taking a break, or they're feeling burnt out from whatever they're making, so they decide to take a break from that. But a lot of people struggle with taking a break because in their mind they think that if they take a break, then all that progress that they've made is just going to go down the drain. Whatever progress you're doing, maybe you are trying to start your own pottery business, maybe you have your pottery business and you have stuff that is selling well, but whatever it is that you are doing, to think that if you take a break, everything will go down the drain. And like if you are feeling burnt out, they feel like if they take a break, then they won't be able to get back into pottery or to where they were if they were taking a break. Or even if just simply taking a break from what they are making, they don't think that if they take a break, it will just everything will go downhill. But I think, in my opinion, that taking a break will actually lead you to discovering your own unique voice with your pottery. The reason why I say this is because I have kind of felt it myself, and I know a lot of other people have probably felt it themselves as well. I was kind of feeling a little burnt out with what I was making before, and I couldn't really picture. I was just going through the motions. I couldn't really do the things to my full capability because I was just going through the motions. I liked wheel throwing at the time, and I just kept throwing on the wheel, throwing on the wheel, throwing on the wheel, trying to get better, trying to get better. I hit that like plateau almost, and I just felt like I needed a break. I needed a break from throwing on the wheel, from even making pottery for a little bit. I didn't take that long of a break, but because I hit that plateau, I decided that I needed that break. I needed that break because if I didn't have that break, I probably wouldn't have evolved my wheel throwing skills. And then at the same time, a little later, I still was feeling going through the motions, so I decided to take a break from making the pottery that I'm making, and I started experimenting with something else. There are a couple different types of breaks that you could take with your pottery. The first break that you could take is literally just taking a break where you're not making anything. The second break is you can take a break where you are experimenting. You're not making what you normally make, but you're experimenting and doing other things. And that's what I started doing. I started making other things. And that's how I actually discovered that I like to sculpt characters, my own little characters. And that's how I discovered that, is because I stopped focusing so much on trying to make wheel throwing stuff, and because other people were doing it, and I thought that wheel throwing was the one all be all. But once I decided to take a break from that, that's when I discovered my true love for sculpting. And you can apply that in your own way as well. If you are feeling a little bit burnt out with what you are making, or maybe you are just feeling burnt out from making pottery in general, take a break. It's okay to take a break. These breaks are essential, and they're going to lead you to discovering new ideas with your pottery. Because at the end of the day, what matters most is that we are happy with what we are making. If you aren't happy with what you're making, then what is the point? You have to be happy about what you are making. So if you're feeling burnt out, or maybe you just want to start changing up your pottery style a little bit, go do that. There's no point in trying to keep making the pottery that you aren't having love for anymore. You're not feeling the soul for it anymore. Go take a break from it. Go take a break for a month, a year, whatever. You could come back and you could start doing new things. You can start doing different things, because we all have time. Time is all on our side. And if you can decide now that you are going to take a break, you will see the benefits in the long run. I want you to think about this for a second. So let's say you are hitting that point where you feel like you need a break, but you don't want to stop. You feel like if you stop, everything is going to go downhill if you take a break. But on the opposite end, what happens if you don't take a break? If you don't take a break, here's what I think will happen. You're going to end up hating pottery more or whatever you're making. You're not going to be able to communicate with your customers or to communicate with the people that are actually buying the pottery as well, because you're not feeling the pottery yourself. You're losing yourself to because you think that if you stop, you're gonna all progress is gonna you lost. But on the flip side, if you do take a break, what's gonna happen? You're gonna feel more refreshed. You're gonna feel like you can get new ideas. You could come back and be ready to make pottery again. Taking a break is essential to helping us find our own unique pottery voice. We just have to be more strategic about taking breaks. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one.